There's a version of you that was never for sale. It was there before the first title, before the resume, before anyone taught you to take the whole of who you are, package it up, and carry it to the market to find out what it was worth. I wrote something this week about how completely we're trained to forget that one. It came out of 30 years I spent in brand strategy, and if I'm honest, more than 30 years quietly running the same playbook on my own life. You probably know the pattern. Reach for the impressive role, borrow its worth for a while, feel like enough. Then the need for the next one to keep that feeling alive. And what I kept missing was simple. The one thing a brand can't survive without is the one thing a person never needed. A market. A company's worth is external. It's acquired. And then it's returned to someone as profit. Yours was never like that. It wasn't acquired. It wasn't assigned to you from anywhere. And there's no market whose response could confirm it or take it away. So here's what I'd leave you with this week. Somewhere, you're probably still running a quiet campaign. A role you're reaching for, a room you want to be seen in, a friend group or a network you want to be part of. A version of yourself where you keep polishing before you let it count. Notice where you're doing that, not to judge it. Most of us were handed that instruction before we were old enough to question it. So this week, just notice it. And then notice the older question sitting underneath that whole effort. Who were you before you were taught that you had something to prove? A brand has to be kept alive by the market. You were already whole before it ever looked. And this is our human advantage. And if this is the kind of reminder you want landing in your inbox once a week, it's linked below. I'll see you next week.